fresh face today. All my freckles are out. Sun's out, freckles are out. Here's my fresh face. And even some of my blemishes, which is okay. I have grown to love them, fall in love with them, and I'm going to be teaching you guys how to create your customized skincare routine based on your own skin concerns and the type of skin that you have. So let's get into it. Alright, so some of the things that I definitely look at when it comes to customizing my own skincare routine is 1, my skin type. 2, my skin condition that I want to focus on at the time. For a few years it's been acne. 3, my personal skin concerns. So when I think about my skincare routine, I think about 2 things. I think about the essentials and the non-essentials. When you talk about the essentials, you're talking about things like your cleanser, your moisturizer, your serums, and your sunscreen. To me, that's essential, and what's essential to me might not be essential to someone else. The non-essentials, or extras as I call them, would be things like your toner, your mask, exfoliants, stuff like that, stuff that you add to your routine to enhance your routine and are not that much, like, they're not so necessary. So let's talk about the essentials first. So normal to dry skin might consider a cream cleanser. That would probably work best for you. And if you have normal to oily skin, on the other hand, you might consider more so a gel texture or even a foam cleanser. I have more serums than anything else. When it comes to serums, I think that they are actually very essential, because the thing with serums is that they actually contain the highest amount of active ingredients than any other skin product. So serums will typically contain anywhere between 60 to 75% of an active ingredient, whereas a moisturizer might contain much less, like 40% or even 30%. So I think when it comes to results, serums will actually get you there faster than anything else. I actually choose serums that I need the active ingredients for. So an example for me would be like vitamin C. If my main concern is to brighten my skin, I'm going to choose a vitamin C based serum. If my main concern is probably like dryness, then I'd go for a hyaluronic acid serum. So I think when it comes to serums, that's why I have so many. You choose the ones based on the actives that you need. My general rule of thumb when it comes to serums is that I have 2 main ones that I use. I always use a vitamin C serum in the morning, and then I will use a vitamin A serum or retinol at night. And rule of thumb, just make sure that you're using your products in order of the molecular weight. So you typically want to go from the lightest product to the heaviest product. So you've cleansed, you have applied your serum, and now it's time to apply your moisturizer. And now it's time to use your moisturizer that's actually going to lock in all the good stuff into your skin. My dog just pushed me. It's not nice. So most moisturizers tend to be occlusive, and that means that their main function is to actually help to seal moisture into the skin. Since you cannot effectively add water into the skin from the outside, it's important to have a moisturizer that's going to seal everything in. That's going to slow down normal moisture loss from the inside out. Next up, we have a sunscreen. So sunscreen is such a wide topic, and I don't feel like I'll be able to cover everything in this video. So the truth of the matter is that we can use as many products as we want. We can invest as much money as we want to in our skincare. We can do an extensive nighttime 10-step Korean beauty routine. If you're not protecting your skin from the dangers of the sun, most likely you're still going to be damaging your skin, and you're going to be reversing all of that time and money that you're investing in making your skin look great by damaging it from simple UV exposure. If you go out into the sun unprotected, there's going to be so many different environmental factors that's definitely going to break down collagen in the skin, and that is going to lead to fine lines, wrinkles, forehead lines, crow's feet, that is what's going to cause aging in your skin. So yes, it's important to use your products daily. Yes, it's important to invest in, you know, facials, peels, whatever you need for your skin, but really it's never going to work if you're not using your protective agent, which is going to be your sunscreen. So toners are kind of in the gray area, I would say. Not many people find a need for toners, or not many people know why they're using toners. The psychological benefit with toners when they just came into the market was that when you use certain soaps, they would strip the skin of its natural oils, and you'd kind of need a toner to help to bring back the skin to the pH level that it needed to be at. Now we're so much more advanced when it comes to the formulation of cleansers, that we're trying not to put anything on the market that is going to be stripping the skin of its natural oils and stripping the skin of the protection that you need to retain a good moisture barrier. So we've kind of grown past the need for toners, but for some people they're amazing, and that's fine. If you still use a toner, that's good. Remember, building your skincare routine is personal. You don't have to listen to me. You don't have to listen to anybody. Whatever works for you works for you. So the new generation of toners are actually packed with antioxidants, acids, nutrients, just the good stuff that are actually going to help to plump up the skin and make the skin look good. So we're no longer stripping the skin, we're adding, we're enhancing with toners. So if you feel like you need some added benefits, that's fine. You can throw a toner into your routine, that's okay, but it's an extra. That's how I see it. All right, let's talk about essences and treatment lotions. So these tend to be more popular in the Asian, like Pacific area of the world. They're not so much that popular in the Western world, but they're starting to get there. I personally don't find that treatment lotions add much to my routine, but I have a few and I'll use them every now and then. It's supposed to prep the skin for whatever products that you're going to be using next. So remember, I said that when you're applying products, you're applying in the order of the molecular weight. So you're applying lightest first to the heaviest. So I'm kind of on the fence with eye creams because I kind of feel like my moisturizer has the same benefits as an eye cream does. But if I'm being extra, I kind of just want to be like, okay, moisturizer, eye cream. Personally, I don't use an eye cream every day, but if I'm doing like one of my extensive beauty routines at night, I'll use an eye cream. The skin under your eyes tend to be 40% thinner than the skin on the rest of the face, so typically that will lead to more advanced signs of aging than anywhere else. So as women grow older, they tend to focus on the under eye and crow's feet area more, because that's where you'll see most lines and wrinkles forming when it comes to the aging process. People also suffer from dark circles, they suffer from puffiness, designer eye bags. I feel like if you have a personal concern with your under eye area, then definitely incorporate a product that's going to help with the under eye area. If you have puffiness, incorporate an eye cream into your routine. If you have dark circles, incorporate an eye cream into your routine, but it's not necessarily for everyone. I don't have my eye area as a problem area, so I don't use it every day. But if you have like lines and wrinkles, or if you want to have that extra moisture under your eye area, definitely add an eye cream into your routine. I am actually a big fan of exfoliants. I don't know, ever since I was growing up, I love that, just, you know, that clean feel that I get when I use an exfoliant. You actually have two different types of exfoliants. You have chemical exfoliants and physical exfoliants. Growing up, I was a big fan of physical exfoliants, so I would use like the scent type scrub, and I would like really rip up my and really rip out my barrier, my skin barrier. But as I grew older and as I educated myself with skin, I was just like, okay, physical exfoliation every other day might not be the best thing. I might think that I am doing something good, but I'm actually damaging my skin. I'm creating micro tears on my skin. So I have become a major fan of chemical exfoliants. As you grow older, your skin is not able to renew itself as it used to. That process slows down. So that is what leads to a buildup of skin cells, dead skin cells, which could cause texture problems. It could cause the skin to look dull. It could cause even increased breakouts. So as you get older, you definitely want to incorporate more exfoliation into your routine, and especially for us, you know, mature ladies, I would definitely say a chemical exfoliant is good, because the thing is, with repeated use of a chemical exfoliant, you're actually using these acids, and these ingredients are going to be breaking down the dead skin cells after a while, and it's just going to slough everything off. I use mine probably 1 to 2 times a week. You definitely don't want to be using it like 5 times a week. That's probably overkill, but it's good to have in your routine. Skincare is not a one-size-fits-all. It's definitely more so a tailored process, and once you have the basic knowledge, it's so much easier to find the products that you need and to make sure that your skincare routine is working for you. So don't look at anybody else's skincare routine and think that, oh, just because she's using that, it should work for me. That's not always how it works. Consistency is key, so don't be upset if you don't see the results that you want in 2 weeks. Just follow the plan for at least 6 weeks. See if it works for you. Also, take a holistic approach. You have to look at what's happening with yourself as a whole. Remember, the skin is an organ and it works in conjunction with other things that are going on with your body. So you have to look at your stress level. You have to look at any other thing that's happening on an internal process. I'll tell you that much. And then my third tip is keeping track. So work on your skin concerns one at a time. Don't overwhelm yourself. Don't say, okay, I have pores, I have acne, I have lines, I have crow's feet, I have sagging, I have hyperpigmentation. You can't work on all of these at once, because you're going to get overwhelmed. Your skin is going to get overwhelmed, and you're probably going to end up doing much more damage than good. You want to keep track of your results. You want to ensure that you're using actives that are working for you. And if you're using so many different things at once, it's kind of going to be impossible to fix one issue and move on to the next. So you want to ensure that you're keeping track and you're focusing on one issue, then you move on to the next. And also, you have to remember that some ingredients don't work well with others. This is all a chemical process. So if you use one ingredient, it might lower the efficiency of another. That's another factor that you have to take into play. Right. So let me know if this video was helpful for you, and let me know any other topics that you want me to cover. I'm already working on my own personal skincare journey video, and I'm actually excited to share this with you. Excited and nervous, because I'm going to be talking about my acne, which I don't necessarily talk about in public like this, but I think it's important for you guys to see where I'm coming from, and you know, just my journey throughout this entire thing. And I think, you know, it's good to have both a personal and a professional twist with this, so that I'm excited for. So once again, if you like my channel, please subscribe, like, comment. I like having discussions with you guys. I'm free to talk about anything if you guys want to talk about things. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the next video that I make, and thank you guys for being so patient with my lack of uploads.